just proving that he is dag and stuff. Now, there's a streamable clip where Vickers himself admits, "Oh, it's not available anymore." Well, hold on. Let me pull that up on screen. Now, luckily for all of us, Mr. Mung here, he's he's got the foresight to download some of these clips before they get wiped, Thanos erased off the internet. Welcome back, everybody, to Mutt News. Now, a new document has released regarding the Vickers drama. Now, the first half of the document is just getting into the statistics of his cheating and just infinity clips that are quite damning. I'm not as interested in that. I'm going to be linking it in the comments for you guys, obviously, but there's a part that gets into his friends, and there's a couple other cheaters who are in this tournament. Turns out a lot of people are cheating, man. It's just complete scum show deluxe ultra. And it also talks about Jay3's mod team and how they, handled it. And I can't verify that information, but honestly, I believe a lot of it's true. So we're going to be talking about that. But before we get into that, whoever is not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. I'm trying to hit my 1,000 sub goal. And only you guys can save that, bro. So please, speed. I really need this. Now, regardless. Monday's video is going to be the Mutt tier list, so we're going to be taking like a group of 30 players who are like well known and like high elo, and we're going to be ranking them from best to worst. So it'll be like S plus tier will have like the best of the Mutts, like Power King Momos will be like S tier, and they'll have like Jenny Sun and like F tier. So it's going to be funny, and it's going to be a lot of people you recognize. You never know, you might be in that list, so look forward to that. But regardless, let's get into the actual document here now. So like I said, it's a very, very big document, 29 pages. A lot of the pages are screenshots and shit. But he just gets into the fact that Vickers was blatantly cheating. Talking about how he's doing 360 movements on 0.9 sensitivity of 450 DPI. If you guys know any ball about aiming on mouse and keyboard, for you to make movements like that, like he was doing in the tournament, you got to be moving your mouse around like this, bro. And he wasn't doing that. Not to the, level that he needed to, I don't think. They're talking about FOV-based cheats. Biggest consistent concern, like whatever, bro. We all know. We all know he's cheating. I'm not going to get into this. Tons and tons and tons and tons of clips, bro. Now, what I am more interested in is when we start getting into his friends, Rayquaza. Like, guys, this is like one of the most prolific scumbags in the Rivals community. Like, this guy is a known cheater for a long time. People would gaslight you saying Rayquaza isn't a cheater, bro. Just, it's a skill diff, you suck. I wish I could grab you, and we're not going to talk about what would happen after. But you gaslighting scumbags in this Rivals community who are all, most of you, back in the day, I used to say, like 50 people on the top 500 leaderboard are cheating, bro. No, it's more nefarious than that. It's got to be like 100 people on the top 500 leaderboard are cheating, bro. And that, like, top 500 is so dog shit and rigged in Rivals. Number one, there should be like an IP tracking thing where, like, if you have multiple accounts, only one of your accounts can be in top 500. I'm sorry, but between the alt accounts and the cheaters, your chances of actually being and finishing in top 500, if you're not like a chud who plays the game all day, or like someone who's duoing or shit, like if you're a solo player, it's not easy, man. So good luck, have fun. This game is it's not rigged in your favor. So Rayquaza's basically, they're saying that he's a cheater, and it's been admitted. You got screenshots of Rayquaza talking about sharing accounts with a guy named Dag. Now, Dag happens to be HCF TeamSpeak. This is I personally didn't know this guy was cheating. Not that I've ever played with them, but I have some friends who have played with them, and this is very damning evidence. Basically, this is just proving that he is dag and stuff. Now, there's a streamable clip where Vickers himself admits, "Oh, it's not available anymore." Well, hold on. Let me pull that up on screen. Now, luckily for all of us, Mr. Mung here, he's he's got the foresight to download some of these clips before they get wiped, Thanos erased off the internet, which apparently that one got removed live. So that's just, that's comical. But this clip here is basically Vickers talking to Rayquaza in the chat, talking about how an account was banned, and he basically outs his own homies. He says Josh, who is Inject MR, by the way, and Dag, who is HCF TeamSpeak, are cheaters. He admits it. Here, he says it, bro. This is not LARP. You can't consider any of this LARP because the kid himself is cheating and we caught him. So this is just like, guys, rivals, don't play this game, man. You know what? Go play some single-player games. If you're just a guy who comes home after work playing, don't play this shit if you're in high elo, man. It's not worth it. If you're not making money off this shit content-wise, you're not a pro, aspiring pro, and you're going to make money with an org, why are you wasting your time playing this shit, man? I'm trying to, let me save you. Now watch this shit.
Nice. It's huge.
Oh, actually, bro, it was probably Dag, bro. He said he had cheats. It was either you or Dag.
How shameless do we get, bro?
But I don't think Dag touched.
Dag cheating on my account.
I've heard it all, bro.
I mean, Dag used cheats. No, he told me he bought cheats.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
like you're
You
surrounded
got,
by
like,
cheaters,
like-
man. You're trying to act like you're not a cheater yourself.
Probably the Josh cheats, bro.
Like fucking.
Josh cheats.
They're all on.
Let's
they're all
go!
clapped.
We want to fight. We
Like,
might have taken everything we had.
like, guys, I don't know about you, man, but as this drama unfolds, I personally think this is way worse than the Kingsman shit. The Kingsman shit was just Chud versus, like, you know, Normie. I don't know how that shit exploded. This is what should explode. We have the underbelly of rivals being exposed, and we got scumbags. Anybody who's defending these guys, you have to check them out. Whoever's defending Inject, HCF, Vickers, you are suspicious, dog, and you need to be investigated. And you know what the fucking weird thing is? I got Cooper-tastic LARPing in my comment section talking about 10 out of 10 rage bait, bro. Very good, tipping Fedora. Like, bro, oh my god, is he in on it? Does he know he's cheating and that's why he want him, bro? Like, we just want 3,000 that bad? Or it's less than 3,000, bro. Like, what the hell is going on? I don't quite understand how people aren't insta-banned. You know, when someone tells you about themselves, you have to listen. You know, they're basically telling you over the course of months, we're cheaters, bro. We're cheating. Like, what the fuck? Josh, confirmed cheater. Proof that he is Josh. And now I have to zoom in here, otherwise you guys won't be able to see this shit. Basically, in the screenshots here, he's admitting that he's Josh. Unfortunately, I have friends who played against Inject in the tournament, bro. Now, was he cheating there? I don't know, but if someone's cheating in the past, don't you have to assume that they're still cheating when it really counts? You know, in a tournament for money, don't you think they turn that shit on potentially? Dag and Josh are both cheaters. I didn't cheat. And then someone's talking to him. Your entire friend group are cheaters. They don't cheat, but then you say Josh bought $5 cheats and got banned, never cheated again. I don't buy that, bro. I don't buy that. If someone's willing to spend $5 to cheat when nothing's happening and it's just ranked, what makes you think they're not going to buy that shit again and then fucking play for a tournament with clout and money on the line? I mean, again, this is a 15-year-old child, so I'm not going to, like, go in on him. He's a kid. I was a stupid kid, too. I didn't cheat in games, but, like, you know, he's involved in a much bigger thing here now, bro. Like, this is, you know, being a child doesn't absolve you from taking accountability. You're a young adult man almost, bro. You're almost a grown man. 15 to 18 is not that far apart. You guys start learning core values in life now. So you're saying because it doesn't affect me, I don't really care if he's cheating. It's like, bro, it's not about that. You should care automatically. These are your friends. You're playing this game in the highest level. You might have aspirations of being a pro or something in the future because he's probably good at the game without cheating. You never know, man. You're surrounding yourself with people who are legitimately cockroaches on the game. You can't do that, kid. You gotta, like, you want my honest opinion, Vickers, if you happen to ever see this shit, you gotta just delete the Vickers persona and come back in a year, bro, as a new man. Come back, you know, 16, maybe 17. Take a break from everything, focus on school, and then maybe come back, you know, do a fucking One Piece time skip or something. I don't know what to tell you, bro, because this shit is just chopped. Rayquaza confirms in the chat, he, Vickers, and Dagged have shared an account. Yeah, fucking who could have ever imagined that one? Vickers has clearly violated NetEase TOS by account sharing, and not just any account, a top 50 leaderboard account that later got banned. That alone should be enough to disqualify the entire team for inviting someone who publicly admits to playing on an account that was banned for cheating. The problem is, half of these cocksuckers are breaking TOS account sharing, man. Like, the problem here is, nobody is held accountable, nobody cares. NetEase knows that everybody is essentially soft cheating in this game. You think fucking... Come on, man. I'm not going to make baseless claims on, like, the top level players, but I think a lot of your favorite people in the top 20 leaderboard are probably account sharing in some way. This shit is a joke. NetEase should be embarrassed. This entire community needs to get purged, low-key, bro. Everybody in the top 500 leaderboard has to get purged out. Guilty until proven innocent, bro. Not the other way around. I'm sorry. This shit is just not okay. It's not okay, bro. Like, look at this shit. They're cheating. They're cheating on top 50 accounts, bro. The account name was Gore. Wait, whoa. That's them? Oh, hell nah. Fallen. I remember Fallen. Is that banned too? Oh boy. All right, let's get into the NetEase. NetEase saying the cheat check was inconclusive. NetEase, you're a fucking mutt. You're the mutt of the week, bro. NetEase stated that the check was inconclusive because they could not confirm Vickers was cheating through their current cheat detection means. That does not mean Vickers is innocent. It simply means NetEase could not confirm cheating using their own detection tools. To ban or confirm cheating, NetEase needs absolute confirmation through automated system checking for software or blatant rage hack. Vickers has already been reported many times, and his account already has been reviewed by their software for seasons now. They are not allowed to take a risk and wrongly ban a top 500 player, especially during a tournament. That is true. At this point, it's almost impossible for NetEase to find anything new that hasn't been looked at. From our own review, the majority of rival cheats have gone undetected since Season 0. Patches rage hacks, cheap, and badly made cheats. That is true, guys. Listen, any subscription-based cheat that's good, people aren't going to get caught, man. They're so advanced nowadays. Plus, Rivals, like, I don't know what Rivals anti-cheat is, but it's not any known fucking insane shit. It's not like some riot kernel anti-cheat bullshit where they probably have you tax files on, like, on command and they just send some dude to execute you. It doesn't work like that. It's garbage. You know how long it takes for people to get banned? Injection cheats work differently. You run the cheat, launch the game, then unplug the USB or delete files. Alternatively, hit a command that wipes the cheat from the PC. The game stays injected. There's basically no obvious proof left behind. Post-injection, the cheat can be fully removed with a keybind. That is true. This stuff does not show up in Task Manager. There won't be some nice little process called aimbot.exe. To actually check for any of this, you need proper tools to do real manual checks like reviewing the USN journal, registry activity, device history. None of that happened. What they actually did, I don't know if see, this is where we're getting into speculation. I don't know if this is fully true, but you know what, a part of me does believe that they're incompetent enough, you know, like I really think it's possible. Again, no hate to Jay3 and his mod team, but I don't think his mod team was prepared for something like this, bro. You need to have cybersecurity style dudes posting this shit, man, because there's a screenshot coming up that's very fucking weird. Open Task Manager and scroll for like 10 seconds to see if anything was named cheat. Quickly scroll through the service and look for something named cheat. Check deleted files, not hidden ones. Not that would matter anyway. Look at downloads, took a peep at temp files. That's it. I don't know where he got this information from. You know, is this true? Maybe, maybe not. What they didn't check: no USN journal, no USB plug unplay history in the registry, no app data, local app data, document artifacts, no prefetch, no event viewer. Didn't check device manager properly, look for hidden devices, didn't verify usage dates or names, didn't even look inside the PC case. I don't know if this is true. It's very possible, but I don't know where you got this information. It was so bad that Vickers had 3 monitors showing in device manager, and when asked about it, he said, literally, I don't know. That alone should have stopped everything. Instead, they didn't check the cheap $30 monitors he claimed that were from his brother's old PC, didn't verify that they were last used in follow-up. Okay. This is very damning. Antivirus, memory integrity, kernel reputation-based protection. Why do you have your anti-cheat? I mean, why do you have your virus shit disabled on Windows, bro? You know, when the only time I ever had my virus shit disabled was back in the day when we were like, you know, going on 1337 X.2, bro. When we were downloading shit, you know, for free maybe. Why is your shit disabled? Like, I don't think the Zoomers hopping on BitTorrent and downloading shit, bro. Like we had to, like us unks did back in the day. Why is your shit disabled? Your antivirus should never be disabled under normal circumstances, bro. Why would you go out of your way to do that? There's no explanation for that. That's highly, aside from all the fucking other proof he's friends with cheaters. There's tons of clips showing him cheat. Tons of sus shit that happened beforehand too. Plus, and like, how is this? How is the whole team not? How is the whole team not kicked out immediately, bro? This shit's so fucking stupid, man. Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh my god, like what do we even do? Okay, let's look at what this guy had to say to Jay3. Hold on, let's also read this. The odds of non-technical 15-year-old who plays Valorant rivals going out of the way to disable all these protections for any reason other than cheating are basically zero. I completely agree. All it was looked at can be summed up as this: we hope this guy's using extremely bad free cheats, hope he didn't delete any downloaded files, and hope there's something literally named cheat.exe running. That's it. This is blatant incompetence and did more damage to J3 and competitive integrity than anything else because it gave a cheater another false clear. 120% true, bro.
What we had them do as a safeguard is we had them stream with a hand cam setup that included a visual of their monitor the whole time, and all the admin team monitored that the whole time. So it's like if you've ever seen pro matches, they'll have a referee in a lot of esports games sit behind or stand behind them and look at the screen and the mouse and make sure no funny business is going on. We also verified that no alternative programs were running on the computer at the time of the whole event. And then after the game, we did a more thorough investigation of the full computer, make sure there's no stray software on there that we know of, and we checked through the whole thing. I'll tell you, there's nothing. So we are incredibly confident that the player did not use any,
Why don't you go in depth and explain what you checked? You're saying we did a thorough check on the PC. Okay, what did you check, bro? Like, if you're technically savvy, they would have been saying that they were checking fucking registry. We looked inside. We checked the PCIe slots. We checked everything, bro. We checked the journal. We checked hidden devices and device manager. They're not saying this because they don't know it, man. Let's be honest. I don't think there was any competent check. Let's be real. Now, to wrap this up, guys, this is a screenshot of device manager. I don't know how he got this. I'm pretty sure this is true. Well, look at how many monitors are hooked up. Apparently, he only has one monitor on his PC. Why are there 2 generic monitors cloned? 2 for Odyssey, and then Scepter. You know how DMA cheats function? They clone and spoof shit. Like, bro. This is fucking embarrassing. This is embarrassing, man. Yeah, I highly recommend you guys potentially come and read this shit. It's a very, very, very good read. It goes into like far more depth. I just want to do a quick cover on this because the tournament's still happening, and it's a fucking embarrassment that it even gets to go this far. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you all later. Be safe. We're gonna be doing the MUT tier list coming Monday. I want you all to look forward to that and have a wonderful day.